ask you guys, do you guys want me to show you some of the cool features that the BetterTrades eSignal trading platform has on it? And I'm going to pretend that everybody in the room said, yes, of course we want to learn some of that stuff, see what's going on. Now, understand, at the Trader Super Summit, and you all should have been there, okay? I said it for weeks and months ahead of it, and a lot of you were there. The rest of you should have been there, because we did the rollout of the brand new trading platform. We did it at a significantly reduced price. We told folks about the platform and about some of the new stuff that we were doing and that we were setting up. And we literally had the opportunity to release that product at a special price. Very nice. I'm getting help over here from some people on my phone. They're texting me. I've got questions. Okay, that's very good. I appreciate that. So now I can actually interact with you guys, which is a pretty significant part of these workshops. Would you guys agree that we're able to interact? All right, and you guys have been typing in, which is great. So let's see here. Lou, he says, I've been roaming the BetterTrades site. I'm not finding anything that looks like the class. Okay, so this would be one of them, Lou. Lou says, I'm not finding anything like the free classes that you guys were talking about, right? I know, Lou, it's been 2 days since the TSS was over, right? I mean, you know, get with it, right? Corcoran, what's the matter with you? Lou is an old Air Force jumpmaster, so Lou keeps me in line. Lou, this is one of those classes, by the way, okay? So there you go. And we will be seeing more and more of these coming up. In fact, Rob's got one. I think he's got one coming up on Thursday. I've got one coming up that'll be on the schedule tomorrow, and we're going to be continuing with those, okay? So there you go. Good, good. And so obviously the trader talks, the boot camps, and everything. All right, so there you go. Some of you were saying that you didn't hear any audio. That was because I was talking to myself and we were muted at the time. Okay, new platform. Where's the sound? If you weren't getting sound, let's just say now you should be. Marlita, how are you? Marty and Tim joining us from Florida. So some of you guys coming in here checking it out. All right. And Teresa says attending Next Step and Project 86, Orlando, San Antonio, and Miami. So Teresa just go follow us around the country, which is awesome. We love that. Let me just see. How do we find the weekly option? All right, so we're going to go through some of that. Let's see. We see the charts. You look different. Very nice. Lou says the eSignal charts are good to go. Can see them. Okay, very good. Julie, I actually extended for those of you. Okay, so another reason, okay, that you should have went to TSS, guys, at TSS, I actually released the new beta version of Dedicated Trader to the students at TSS for them to test it out while they were there, so they got to see the new version. And Julie says, yeah, I got to see it, but I need more time, right? So Julie, at the TSS, I extended that to you guys for 30 days, right? So those people who went to TSS got the special treat of seeing the new Dedicated Trader, and you should still have access to it. If you don't, let me know, and we'll get you taken care of. Nice. All right. So let's see. Bruce. Bruce, how are you, sir? Bruce says recently spent 7 full days studying new trading strategies, and we had to follow the instructors and trade executions on different platforms. I was super frustrated in not knowing the tricks of the process of that platform. I know how to do what I wanted in real-time markets, but I had difficulty in getting new platforms to show and execute trades. At the end of the week, I was seeing some really neat features. We can do it. How do I transition to funded accounts with the eSignal? So here's the deal, guys. We have made the decision that we are going with eSignal as our new trading platform. This is where we're going. This is what we're going to do. We are going to move forward with it. If you have a subscription currently with real-time markets, we will support that product out through the duration of your subscription. If you decide, you know what, I'd rather use the platform that the instructors are going to be using, I'd rather use the platform that y'all are going to do, and that's exactly what Bruce is talking about, then we have some special pricing with you guys, and we have some special classes coming out throughout the week, which is what Lou was talking about, right? So Marty asking, so no more real-time markets. As I said, we'll support your subscription, right now. But once that subscription is up, this is the platform that our instructors will be trading on. Now, obviously, you guys do whatever you guys want to do, but this is going to be the one that will replace the old platform, right? And I made the analogy at the Trader Super Summit that many of us, right, have been driving around in an '82 Toyota Tercel with a really cool Grateful Dead sticker on the window, and we really liked the Grateful Dead sticker, but the rest of the car was it was falling apart, right? The wheels are bald, the tires are bald, the standard transmission doesn't shift into second, so you got to go from first to third. The stereo only works if you push the button and hold it, so you got to do that while you're driving. I mean, the thing's falling apart. So we went and found you guys the Ferrari. We went and found the best of the best, and we're making that available to you guys. That's what our instructors are going to be using, and we are excited to do that. Now, this particular class, some of you are in here from the Trader Super Summit, and you already have the platform, so you're looking to learn how to drive the Ferrari, and for those of you that are learning to drive it, this class is going to be part of that. So Lou, that's exactly what we were talking about with the free classes and so forth, and we have others that are coming out through the rest of the week. But for most of you in here that did not attend the Trader Super Summit, you're looking at a brand new platform. You're going to be completely out of your comfort zone, and some of you are going to stress out. I just know you are, okay, because I know how some of you are. You're normal, right? Most people are going to be resistant to change. Most people are going to be confused and stressed out and out of your comfort zone, and I'm going to be very happy about that because my goal is to push you out of your comfort zone. Understand that all growth, all movement forward occurs outside of that comfort zone, not inside of it, and so this is growth, this is improvement. It's not comfortable, and that's a good thing. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. And I'll tell you, the folks who have been now making the transition to eSignal and saw some of the presentations in the lab and the boot camp yesterday and today are very excited about it. For example, Julie says, I now think eSignal is fantastic. No worries about the learning curve. My freak out is you've always talked about a direct access broker. Well, I'll be able to find that with a small account. How would I know if I found it? At this point, I have to make every dollar count. So here's a couple things for you on that. And we'll talk about brokers and whatnot and how you access them in the upcoming tutorial classes. And all of the classes, including this one, guys, will be recorded. So you'll have access to these classes because I'm going to teach you some stuff, and you might want to go back and learn it. And all of those classes will be not only recorded, but we're going to leave them out there for you. So let's just talk for a minute about making every dollar count. Commissions. Y'all were paying, and some of you may still be, $15, $14.95 for commissions. And in 1999, 2000, that would have been great, right? Because I've heard the stories. I wasn't trading back then, but I've heard the stories of people paying $60, $70, $80 in commission, and Marquet tells those stories. Now, you can pay as little as, well, let's just say less than $1, right, with some brokers. Well, some of those brokers are broker partners with eSignal. So we're going to go into that, again, like I said, in another class. But imagine if you're trading a relatively small account, you're trading 1 and 2 contracts, which means you're paying $1 or $2, not 15. So you want to talk about making every dollar count, right? So you now have the ability to go out and shop for a broker. And we're going to do a class on just nothing but the brokers and broker partners. I'm going to do a class just on charts and setting up the technical indicators. I'm going to do a class on options and option chains and setting up the option chain. I'm going to do a class on, I mean, guys, I'm telling you, there is all kinds of stuff that's coming to you that is going to be out there to help you through the learning curve, right? I want you to be uncomfortable, but I want you to be moving forward. Does that make sense? All right, and so we'll go in on the intraday chart. That's interesting, Marty. I'll take a look at that. So let's see. Chad wanted to know. Y'all are killing me. So Steve says, Chad wanted me to let you know that some of us from the TSS are still partying. He's taking a ride down to San Diego with his wife. I love that. That's awesome. We had a great time at TSS. And you want to talk about one great big party. I'm not going to keep rubbing it in very much, but I'll tell you what, you all do not want to miss the next one. You all miss this one, don't let it happen again. There's so much new stuff that came out. I couldn't even tell you about all the new stuff in a 2-hour class. Okay, there's just all there is. Yeah, Vicki, been up and running. You should have been in the lab this morning. I'll show you some cool stuff. Philip says, will you do another Forex class since now you have the recording and risk class in the premium on-demand area? Yeah, we'll do that, Philip. In fact, now, because we have the ability in eSignal to actually trade Forex pairs, right? I mean, there they are right there. We have the ability to trade those Forex pairs. We'll now do a class where we can actually go in and we can all trade those in our practice accounts, okay? So Mike says the charts look frozen. Oh, that's because, watch, check this out. All right, bam, there they go. They were moving. I had you pause because I was doing some stuff in the background there. All right, let's see. Denise, good. Glad you enjoyed it. And, okay, so a lot of good comments here. Okay, so Tom says, I've been using real-time markets for 7 years. I have to change. All right, so let me go back to my analogy that there are going to be some people who are like, I like my 82 Toyota Tercel with the rust under the doors and the stereo. I got to hold the friggin' button down, and second gear doesn't work because it has a really cool Grateful Dead bumper sticker. And don't worry about the fact that you feel uncomfortable about changing to something new, even though it's better, because I'm dealing with that with some of my instructors, right? I mean, I'm dealing with the same thing. I've been teaching on this platform for 100 years, and I'm like, well, you know what? Here's a tip. If what you've been doing has fallen behind the times, you need to, get going into the future would be my recommendation there. And when you see what I'm going to show you here today and in the upcoming classes, I think you guys will undoubtedly be excited about it and the opportunities that it presents, and I'm going to show you some things here that allow you to do that. Clay says, I can't believe how cool our mobile app is, another new thing from TSS that you guys have access to. And he says now, Mike says, I just let you know, I'm watching the class from my cell phone. Okay, so how cool is that? Can you show everyone how you can see a 1, 5, 10 and the daily chart on one stock all at the same time? Kathy said, woo, y'all are killing me. I'm going to be here all day just answering your questions. So how about if I just get going on the, yeah, Carrie Ann, thank you. I appreciate that. I will mention it. And if I don't, I'm sure, Sarah, a deadhead sticker on a Cadillac. Yeah, that's some of what I'm dealing with, all right? I'm not kidding you. It's not just y'all as students who are, oh, my God, I can't believe that you're making me so uncomfortable by making me drive around a brand-new Lamborghini. What if I scratch it, right? I mean, that's some of the logic that I'm getting from people. I want my Toyota Tercel. We sold it, all right? Toyota Tercel, it ain't going to be around any longer than your subscription, okay? So that just you're going to have to, or you go trade with somebody else. I don't care. I mean, if you don't want the coolest and the fastest, you want to drive a VW Bug instead of the Toyota Tercel, go do what you want to do. Let me show you some of the cool stuff here. Now, as I move through this, guys, please understand, this is an introduction, okay? I'm going to put you in the passenger seat of the Lamborghini. I don't want you driving it yet. So don't feel like you got to learn everything. We're going to take some time. We're going to teach you all of the cool stuff here. But it is some really cool stuff, some very powerful stuff that I want you to watch. I want you to watch me do. Even if you don't understand how I did it, I want you to understand that I did it. Does that make sense to everybody? Is everybody on board with that? Y'all are in the passenger seat now. Now, some of you are getting to drive a little bit. Bruce says, how does the new platform impact transmission rates and computer requirements? It does require a little bit more out of your computer, so you're talking 6 megs of RAM, typically like a Intel i5. I'm running mine on an i5, and I can run all kinds of stuff at the same time. It does have a little bit bigger requirement, but any internet access, any DSL access will get you taken care of on that, okay? Mish says VW Bugs are classic and cool. Mish, coming from you, that doesn't surprise me, okay? I'm just saying. They are classic. I don't know about cool. Can it run on a Mac, Jennifer says. I'm going to let Marquet answer that, all right? I'm just going to leave that one for Marquet. You know what the answer is if I'm leaving it to Marquet, okay? There's just a tip for you. All right, now somebody's wearing a Yugo shirt. All right, y'all are killing me. How about I show you some of this cool stuff? So for those of you that are members of the lab or ever have been, this may look familiar, right? I've got all of these charts that are set up here, 6 charts, right? And we've got one of them set up with our indexes using the 8 moving average down here, right? So we use that in the morning lab. And then we've got the Bollinger Bands and a 5 and a 13 moving average, which is my technical setup for what I do, and that's why we've got this tab set up for those folks who were in the lab. It's already set up. And you can monitor 5 or 6 different stocks in here. I'm kind of liking this breakout that's going on here with Google. We're going to watch that. We're going to pay attention to that. But now I've got this. Now, some of you, I know there might be a couple of you who are like, Bill, I don't know why you use a 5 and a 13 and an 18 on the Bollinger Bands. That's not the indicators that Marquet uses. I wish you would use those. Okay, now I don't know. Why am I hearing myself? Okay, I'll just mute it then. Okay. All right, so you guys still good? You get? Yeah, I'm getting an echo too. Are you guys getting an echo? Echo, 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 echo. I don't know why I'm getting that. Hold on, let me try something. Okay, how about now? I guess I can listen to it. Okay, no echo. Now we're good. Okay. All right, good. Now just one of me. All right. I mean, y'all can't hardly handle one of me. You couldn't handle 2 of me. It'd drive you crazy. All right, so you guys let me know if that echo comes back. So, guys, we've got the 6 charts up here, and some of you may be thinking, well, you know, I use Marquet setups. I don't use your setup, so how do we go about changing that? Well, for those people who get the eSignal BetterTrades platform, what we're doing, and I'm currently working on this, is we're putting together the instructor's material, and we're putting it into these tabs, right? So you can see down here, you got Marquet's charts down here. You got the lab charts. We may change that, the name of that, but we've got different tabs here. And let me just show you something, and for those of you that are like, you know, I like my 82 Toyota Tercel, and I'm not getting rid of it, let me show you something. On that 82 Toyota Tercel, if you wanted to change the indicator set from what Bill has set up to what Marquet set up, you had to go in, right? You would right-click, you'd go to edit the chart, and then you would change all of the, so you would change this one, this would change to a 10, and this one would change to a 20 and 2, and then this one would change to a 20, and you had to go through all that process, right? You all remember doing that? Okay, that was the Toyota Tercel. Second friggin' gear did not work in that thing. Check this out. Here's what we're setting up for you guys. We have set up, in conjunction with eSignal, instructor-specific criteria and are able to set it up. Watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go in. I'm going to right-click on the chart. I'm going to go to Style Templates. Now, you guys don't have this yet. Okay, it'll be sent out to you once we finish all the templates. But watch this. I'm going to scroll down, and as I'm scrolling down, oh, look at that. Marquet Intraday. Check this out. Watch what happens when I click on this. Okay, this chart's going to change, and what just happened? Yeah, that's her setups. There's a 10, a 20, simple, and the Bollinger Band set to a 20. So you don't have to go in and change everything. Oh, no, 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 I'm not done. All right, we haven't even got the Ferrari out of first gear yet. Watch this. What if I want all of my charts to be Marquet's template, Bill? I don't like any of your stuff. All right, I got you. Check this out. Watch what happens. Okay, I'm going to go in to Style Templates, and I'm going to apply to all of the charts on this page. So watch this. Okay. Bam, all the charts just changed to Marquet's template. You didn't have to think about it. You didn't have to go in, oh, I got to do this and I got to do that one. No, none of that crap. Done and done. Now, the problem is that this chart down here has now changed, and if you don't use Marquet setups on the indices, you can go right in, right-click, and all this stuff is stuff y'all are going to have. You go to the index 8, which is the 8 moving average only on an index, and there it is. So you could set this up so that whoever's indicator sets you got on there, you're changing the whole thing at once. Marty says, Bill, do not change the magic chart to the magical chart because she's watching. All right, so this is going to, so guys, that's just one of the things, that's just on charting. That is just one little tiny piece. Oh my God, I'm like eating into Marquet's time here and it's killing me. So let me show you guys one thing here. Let me go over here. So this is a tab that I was setting up last night, okay? Robert says, how do we use drawing tools like fibs and trend lines? I'm going to turn this into like a 5-hour class, aren't you? Okay, and that's all right. I mean, that's what we're here for you. So, guys, if you look, what I've set up here, and I was just kind of playing around with this, and obviously Marquet and I are going to be meeting later to set down all the parameters on this, but check this out. We've got a 5-minute chart, a 15-minute chart, and the daily chart, okay? All of these charts. Now, those of you that trade with Marquet know that we never do a trade on a 5-minute chart, right? We do the trade based off of the whole thing, the 5, the 15, and the 30, I'm sorry, and the daily chart. We want to know what the daily trend is, and we'll use the magic chart. So this is Marquet's magic chart here with the 10 and the 20, and we've got the Bollinger Bands and whatnot. And many of you know that I actually, and what Marty was talking about is I actually use a version of that in my own teaching, in my own trading, but it's a little bit different. In fact, you know what, let me do this, and I'm going to freak some of you out because you're going to be like, wait, don't break it. I can actually go in here and I can change the charts, right? I can edit the chart. So I could do things like saying, I don't use a Bollinger Band on mine. She does on hers. I might actually be convinced to do so, but I don't. I do like the moving average out there. But I also use MACD, right? And I use the stochastics. And if there was something else that I want to put in there, I just hit this button right here, guys, and it adds a study, and I just type in the study I want, and it'll add it in, right? So now I've got a chart that looks like this, right? And this is the magical chart, right? This is what I took Marquet's magic chart, and I changed it to be the magical chart because it's got these other indicators down here. Now, before you guys go freaking out, and, you know, I know Marquet's in class, and y'all are like, oh, you're in trouble because you changed and mess up her chart. Watch this. Check this out. Do you think I might have saved that, right? Check this out. The magic chart and the magical chart are both going to be available to you, so you could use whichever one you want. There it is. Now, as cool as that is, it gets better, right? A minute ago, I was looking over here on this tab at, well, not that tab. Don't look at that one yet. I was looking at this tab right here, and it looked to me like Google might be going into a Bollinger Band pinch and was trying to break out. Now it looks like it may be breaking down a little bit, so we're seeing some failed Bollinger Band breakouts on Tesla, on Google, a couple other stocks. So maybe I want to go in and evaluate Google, right? So I want to look at the daily chart, the 15-minute, the 5-minute chart. I can go over here to Marquet's chart setup, and I'm just going to type in Google. Now, I want you guys to watch, because this happens fast, all right? I want you to watch all 3 charts. Bam. I didn't have to type in Google and then Google and Google, all right? I didn't freaking have to, I mean, like I said, some of y'all are kind of determined to stay in the Stone Ages, throwing sticks and rocks at furry woodland creatures, while the rest of us are looking to buy a penthouse apartment at the nicest place in town. All right, I mean, I'm just going to use analogy after analogy until some of y'all get the message here. This thing is beyond cool. There's so much stuff in here that I can show you. And again, don't try to learn it all right now. Just go for a little ride around the track in the Ferrari with me, right? Okay, so Tom says, do I need to call tech support for the transition, or can I do it online? You can do either one, right? You go to the BetterTrades website, but here's what I'm going to tell you. If you currently have a real-time market subscription, you want to give us a call, because what we're doing is we are crediting you guys the prorated remainder of your subscription with real-time markets towards the subscription with eSignal. Now, that was a tough decision for me to make as a CEO, because there's going to be a financial impact to the company in doing that, but it was the right thing to do for you guys as students. Okay, it was, the echo's back. I'm not hearing the echo. Anybody else hearing the echo? Echo, echo, echo. Okay, that was just me being funny. Okay, and is still working on your cell phone. All right, I love that. Is Extreme Charts gone too? No, Marty. Extreme Charts is where we do our scans, right? For our Marquet scans, my scans, so on and so forth. So this is to replace your trading platform and to give you the choice of brokers that you might want to use. Okay, so how about if we do this? How about if I turn it over to Marquet for a little bit so she can give you guys some feedback, and I'd love to get her feedback kind of on what I got set up here, especially because I was able to fix the magic chart back to the magic chart, right? So let me see here now. Bear with me because this may take me a second. I'm going to change presenters here. So let me see if I can pull this off. So Marquet, get ready because I don't know how this is going to work. We'll give it a shot. You guys want to hear from Marquet? How many of you guys want to hear from Marquet and see what her impact, what her input is on this? All right, you guys want to, what about the real-time markets account? So that would be an account transfer to the broker. So Bahani, what I would do is I would keep watching, keep learning from us, go to these free classes that we're doing, and we're going to additional, okay, so Robert, I will let you know, okay? And some of you asking questions about pricing and stuff. So how about if we deal with the fun stuff first? Y'all are killing me. You're like, how much is it? I just, which is great, because some of you are like, how much is it? Take my money. And some of you are like, how much is it? I'm gonna have to pay more because it's a Lamborghini. All right, relax. You're gonna be all right. Now, let me do this. Let me try to turn this over to Marquet, and you guys will have an opportunity to hear from her. Okay, so let me do this. All right, so okay, so we'll check that out.
Unmuted. Hey, how's this? Can you guys hear me? Now I hear an echo. Let me know. Let's try that. All right. But I don't know. Let me know. I am having a hard time even seeing questions. So, good to go, Bill says. All right. Yeah, your questions are here, kind of buried in this weird. You love this? I love this. Yeah, here, we're switching over to eSignal and GoToMeeting all on the same day. Ready, go. Right. So you guys bear with us. I'm struggling a little bit. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I think I've got your questions ordered by like alphabetical order or something, which is really not helpful. And Grant's asking for a kid's price. All right, let's see here. I think I'm good. Let me know. Julie said other than the echo, that should be gone. Let me know if something comes up. You guys can do a little test here. Type in something and I can see if I see a question, which I'm still not. Yeah, I'm not seeing any questions. They're here, but it looks like things are flashing, like maybe they're coming through, but I'm not seeing them here. Let me try this. Hang on just 2 seconds, guys. Yeah, I don't know if there's a genius way to upload. Yeah, I detached it, Bill, but it's almost no questions are coming through or comments. They're coming in and they're organized in a different way, I think. Let's try this. You guys are making, I don't know, send to all, right? I think you have that choice. All right, so all I can see is Grant's question for kid price, and Julie said you sound good other than the echo, and nothing's coming after that. So I don't know. If you have any thoughts, let me know. I'll start talking, and we'll figure this out. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I thought I had it. So, eSignal, what do you think so far? Not that I can see what you think. So I'm going to assume you think it's awesome. I'll tell you what I think. This eSignal, I don't know if Bill mentioned it. It is a program that I have been using for years and years and years and years and years and years. It's changed over the course of the years, and this latest version I have not used yet, so I'm still learning this one. But I've always had it as a redundant backup program to real-time markets. Remember all the times we'd have, you have data issues, you have who knows what. It's not a bad idea to have a redundant charting program. Well, eSignal was mine. There are things that I absolutely love about it. Bill didn't mention it. He showed you, but I don't know if you guys clued into this. And did you notice when he ruined my magic chart and did something called Magic Goal, did you notice it's named? You can name your chart windows. How many times have I been with you guys in classes with real-time markets and I'm trying to find the dag-nabbed magic chart and it's minimized and you can't name the actual window. It's a simple thing. It sounds like not that big of a deal, but boy, I'll tell you, it's going to be awesome. Now, well, that's fancy. Can you guys hear or see me? Because I've lost everything. Wow. Kind of get here. Can you guys see anything? All right, sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened, but you should be able to hear me now. I know it has to do with the sort with your questions, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it's still not coming through right. Let me, I'm still having trouble seeing your questions. I've taken the question window out of that block and maximized it. I've sorted it by question. There's nothing, unless nobody has said anything. So I don't know, maybe my admin, if you could do me a favor, type something and send it to me. Let me see if it's coming through. I would appreciate that. Let me jump back to eSignal for a minute. Bill had showed you those windows, the magic in the magical chart. How awesome is that? I mean, don't ever tell Bill, but I may now and then want to check out a magical chart too, and we could do that. So super cool stuff here. We've got also a few little functions I wanted to show you. Hold on a moment. Hopefully, let's do this. On the left, okay, I'm going to start, I'm sorry, there's so many things I want to show you. We have such little time. We're learning so much. Let's learn this together. You guys, I will tell you one thing. As you start looking at eSignal, it may feel hard at first. know one thing. Bill may have said this earlier. You cannot break it. So play around with it. Take a chart. Right here, something. Every time I click on a chart, it looks like things go away right now. How's that? Can you see it again? Okay. That might be a little functionality. My first click on the chart, it kind of goes away, and then it comes back. What I want to show you right now, look at this top chart. I've got the S&P. Let's change it out to, let's say, Facebook. Okay, so typical changing windows, hit FB, enter, done. Good to go. You can see a little bit of my window. Here I've got a chart of the S&P in the upper left. I've got Facebook over here, 5 minute. I've got here's what you could do. I've got 2 5-minute charts of Facebook, and then over here, lower right corner, can you see the daily chart? Okay, what you can do is you can link these together, and I can drop this down. Let's say I want this to change. I want this to be a 1-minute chart. So we can change this to a 1 minute somehow, which probably won't do it. There we go. We can change it to a 1-minute chart, and now what happens, this to me is worth everything right here. There are a million other things that you are going to love, 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 love about this program. I can tell you right now, the more you get into it, the more you're going to love it. The most important thing here is this, the ability to link. In 2 seconds, I can say, oh, such and such a stock may be breaking out. Now, and I don't know. Can you see? Do this again. Can you see here when I click on, let's say, Facebook, and I want to change it out to Apple, I now, in like seconds, have an Apple chart on a 5-minute. To the right of it is a 1 minute. Down below is a daily chart of Apple with my 10, 20, 50 moving averages. How many times do I tell you guys, look at the daily chart, look at the intraday chart, look at the 5-minute, look at the 1 minute. It is here, slick as can be, in seconds of, well, less than a second, really. You can look at all 3 of those time frames at once. Let me tell you, this is a huge time saver, and it can make a critical difference in all of your trading. Okay, thank you, Bill. I was wondering that. It's not the resolution. It's that I can't see your questions. So let's do this. It's kind of the right side of my chart. Let me show you another super cool thing about eSignal. If you want to change the size of this, okay, you can click and drag. There we go. Now you can see the right side of my chart, right? Let me show you something super cool about this. This is a functionality that other charting programs, we just didn't have it in the past. I don't know why, but this one is amazing. You know how if you scale a window, it changes the size of your window, but your charts get all skewed. I can come over here in this right-hand corner, and I can, without changing anything or my charts, it automatically adjusts. I can make my whole trading window really, really small. How's that? Can you guys see that? Right. So I can see all that super small. Now, I can make it bigger again. All I have to do is click in this corner and make it bigger. You guys can do this at home and adjust the size of your windows. Now let me know. How's that? You should be right here. Bill, if you can now send me a text, you should be able to see this, all sides of my chart. Let me know if not. But I like that ability to shrink your window down and maximize it. It makes it easier to change if you're using different size monitors and whatnot. So it's just really cool. So let's stick it maybe like right this. I'll make it a little smaller. We'll leave it like this, and we'll talk about some of the other functionality. It's minor, but it's a big deal, guys. Things like this. These questions are going to drive me crazy. I still can't see a darn word you're saying. But really, I may have to do. I'm going to delete all your other questions, and then maybe I could see your new ones. How's that? So there were a couple other things I wanted to show you. Do any of you use volume when you are looking at your charts? I'm pretty sure you probably do, right? So with volume, let me show you a cool thing. Let's say we've got this window here. Okay, we've got, now this, I think I've just found a little glitch here, which we'll work on. My first click on the chart, it goes blank, and that's a interface with a GoToMeeting that may be a setting on my computer that I need to fix. But let's just take this. Let's take our daily chart, or you know what, even better, let's take a 5-minute chart. I'll make it bigger so you guys can all see. You know, I love looking at volume. I think we should look at it, but we have limited retail space on our trading platform, right, on our window. There's only so much room we have. We want as much room as we can devoted to charts, but we also need to see volume. Well, guess what? We now have the ability to make changes to the size of that volume window. Take your cursor, put it on volume. We don't need a volume that is this big. We can see the volume. We need more focus on the chart, less focus on volume, but we still want volume in there. So how about this? You can drag it down and make it smaller. I like it about like that. I've got much more space dedicated to the price graph and a little teeny bit of space dedicated to the volume. That is good enough for us to go in and see if there's something different with the volume that we need to be aware of. Okay, does that make sense? So really, anyway, that's a super cool functionality here. You can come in and put a bigger focus on the price graph, which is where it should be. You can see it better. You can see it more clearly. How about drawing things like rectangles? It's just a click. It's slick and really smooth. I got to figure out what's going on here. There's a rectangle tool. I don't know if you can see this on the left-hand corner of my screen. You can add this in. We'll show you all this. You can add this in, and then you come over to your chart, and you can draw. Click on my rectangle. I'll come over here, and I want to say, oh, yeah, there's a rectangle. I want to make sure I see it. And you put one click to start it, another click to end it. There's your rectangle. So you can draw all sorts of functionality, different lines, rectangles, tools, all sorts of things like that. And then if you decide you don't like it, you can just come and you can delete it off your screen. Another thing, too, I was going to show you, like I said earlier, Bill had probably mentioned, you can't break it. Come in here, the bars along the top, click on these. This is how you get your indicators. I'm not sure what that does. Well, click on it. This is how you add in your indicators. That slick. One click, you can add Bollinger Bands. You can do any of these things. Over here, it gives you the next button. This is how you're going to, I don't know if Bill talked about this, but killer back testing stuff here. Killer, kind of like what we had in Extreme Charts. We've now got the ability to go back a year and back test intraday data. Can you believe that? That's awesome. You do major minor changes to your template right here in some of these. Cool thing that you may have seen in Bill's lab, if you go up to the very top of your window, we have got along the window here, there's some little pictures. You can look at a candlestick chart. You could change it to a bar chart if you wanted. But you know, we've got a line chart. We've got these funky things. You could do all sorts of charting just by one click. I will leave mine on candles. I don't need anything else. But to the right of that, underneath where it says eSignal Apps, there are these little buttons that make you or give you the ability to make your candlesticks fatter or skinnier. Okay, too skinny. You find something that you like that is easy for you to see, and then if it gets too fat and the candles start overlapping, to the right there are some arrows. You can increase the spacing between your candles. So it's very quick, and what I love about it is you do it real time. You see it, you're clicking the buttons, you're finding what you want, and you're good to go. No old school programming where you go in and set it and you have to close the thing out and see how it looks. Nope, here it is. Do it real time and find something that works really well. Those were, you know, for you, I guess, for you what you want to look at. These are a couple of the things that I wanted to show you that I think are just the beginning of what you're going to love about the eSignal program. Start using it, playing around with it, practicing it. Like, oh, that would be my alarm. Lady Gaga, I have to take a picture of Sydney. I take pictures of her every couple weeks, the first year or so of her life. So now you'll know I have to take a picture. But anyway, there are all sorts of really cool functionalities here that the more you get into it, the more you're going to like. Start out with the basic stuff. Start out with the idea of linking charts from the 5-minute, the 1-minute, and the daily chart. Guys, that right there, as simple as that sounds, that is a moneymaker because it's going to save you time. You're going to see things better. Look at this right now. I've got Apple on a 5-minute, Apple on a 1-minute, Apple on the daily chart down below, I can glance and I have a pretty good idea of what's going on. No more looking at a 5-minute and thinking I like the 5-minute. Well, now I got to go look at the daily chart. It's right there. There's no going anywhere. It's there for you. You can see in my upper left-hand corner, I've loaded a watch list. You can hit that watch list, and you can just start scrolling down from stock to stock, and you have them linked. So that I look at Tesla, and then I look at Schlumberger, and then Priceline, and I get all of these views all at once. And so those were a couple of the things that I wanted to share with you that I absolutely love. Down below, you've got an option chain. You can link your option chain to this as well, which maybe you want to do, maybe you don't. Option chain is the one that I usually unlink, but you could set up your option chains to be very focused and have it bring in the exact options you want to focus on. So start with that. Start with a few of these pieces that we've just shown you here, and you're going to love it. We're going to continue to have more and more training for you. We're going to make it easier and better for you to get this understanding of this program down, and we'll fully support you guys, help you out. I mean, it's awesome. You're going to love it. So give it a shot is really what I wanted to say. Try it out. I think you will be super, super impressed. All right, so with that, let's see, Bill, did you want to say anything here, add anything to this? No, that I can't even. Okay, so yeah, Bill's going to chat here. If I can figure out how to mute my microphone, here's Bill. He's going to come back and talk for a few minutes, you guys.
All right, so it appears I'm unmuted. That's awesome. Here we go. So what do you guys think? Pretty cool stuff. The guys, I'm telling you, it is. We haven't even started to scratch the surface. Bahani says, "Are there tutorials in eSignal?" Okay. So let me do this. Let me take you guys over there because I know you guys are going to ask a question. Are there tutorials? Obviously, as a company, we're going to be doing the tutorials and getting you guys set up on them. In fact, let me ask the question, how many people have been to the BetterTrades homepage since the TSS, right? How many of you guys have been to the BetterTrades homepage? Anybody been there? Okay. I know some of you don't even, go there. You just go to your My Account page, right? So if you've been there, you see the eSignal information. Looks like we just put up a new banner here about your future. I'm interested. I haven't even seen this one. I have no idea what it is. Y'all want me to click on it? Not going to happen. You're going to have to go to the website and check it out yourself. All right, now let's go look at the My Account page. And the reason that I'm going to have this in the My Account page, guys, it is available for everyone, right? Typically, the product tutorials are there only if you've already enrolled for that product, but I have decided, I've made the executive decision, I get to say that now, right? So that's the only reason I said it, to put the eSignal tutorial right here in your My Account page of your BetterTrades. So let's go check that out. Let's go click on that, and let's see what we get there. We click on eSignal product tutorials. And ladies and gentlemen, there's a whole bunch of video tutorials that we have here already set up, right? We already got stuff set up for you. Now, it's kind of interesting. We got all these videos. We got, I mean, there's a ton of stuff here, right? And they go into each part of it. And there's a couple of them that I probably should watch. I haven't watched any of them, right? I mean, that's just how I roll. I was like, now I can figure this out, right? I mean, guys, you know what I'm talking about, right? We don't read directions. We certainly don't follow them. So what's the point in reading them, right? So I just went out and started breaking stuff. Just went out and have, have some fun with it. See what I could figure out. And guys, let me show you one of the things that that I found here that was just, I mean, we're out of time. Are you guys okay if we take another minute? Or 2 or 5 or 10. I mean, there's so much. Take another lap in the Ferrari. Okay, Tina says yes. The rest of y'all, what's the deal? You guys like all leave already? You get lunch, all right? I mean, your peanut butter and jelly sandwich will wait. That was a joke. Okay, relax. Let's go in and let's take a look at some stuff. So one of the things that I want to show you guys that was just so cool. Wow, we should have played that Google, right? I mean, talk about pretty nice little move from, well, let's do this. Look, one click, right? And I can maximize that chart. Love it. I mean, I'm not playing around anymore, right? Trying to, how do I maximize the chart? What do I, and if, just like Marquet said, if that chart, you know, the candlesticks are too small, well, then make them bigger, right? Make the candlesticks bigger. And now they're too big, okay? So I'm going to make the chart bigger. Increase the space between the candlesticks. There we go. Now I can see it. Now I can see that we traded up here when we were talking earlier from 582 down to 579, where we're at right now. Could you make some money on a stock that moves like that? You bet you could. You bet. And so, you know, there's things now. I just one click, boom, it's right back down. It's the normal size, but the candlesticks are not the size I want now. So I'm going to go in and reduce the size. All right, a couple clicks. I'm right back where I want to be. Guys, it just doesn't get any better than this. So, except for this, okay? Now watch this. You all go like this. Apple's breaking down a little bit. If Apple breaks below these lows down here, I think we might have a pretty good put option play. If it breaks and moves higher, then we've got a possible double bottom and a move higher. Market's starting to break a little bit lower, so I might be looking to play some put options on Apple. Well, where do I go for my options? Guys, again, one of the things that we're going to be doing is that we've set up these templates, and you will get these templates emailed out to you, and you'll be able to have all this information on here. So check this out. I set this screen up last night, right? And remember, I told you, I mean, even the instructors are like, man, I don't know. I mean, this is new stuff. I might have to learn some stuff, and they are, and they're doing a great job of it, but there's even some getting comfortable with them, right? So let's say that, well, let's just take a look. We'll see what Baidu's doing. So watch what happens here. This is what Marquet was talking about. I click on Baidu's ticker symbol here, and the reason I clicked on them is because this stock is up $3 today, right? I mean, this stock is up a bunch on a day everybody else seems to be down. And I see that the stock may be putting in a little bit of a double top. But what's cool about this is I clicked on Baidu's ticker symbol, and the chart and the option chain both switched over to Baidu. I didn't have to switch stuff over. I didn't have to, if I'm going to trade Baidu, I don't need to go in and be pulling up an option chain and typing frickin' Baidu in the thing. I mean, again, second gear don't work in the Tercel. This is a Lamborghini. I don't have to worry about that. I just click and go. Now, Apple, we looked at it, we said, you know what, here's the double bottom. We break down below these lows, and we did put in a lower high. We might break down here. If we do break down, I'd like to buy some put options. All right, now those of you that are in the morning lab know that we would select put options that would be in keeping in all likelihood with our morning lab criteria for the value menu. So I'm just going to click in here and start scrolling down the list until I get to my put options that are going to be no more than $5 out of the money. And I'm just scrolling down the list here, guys. I'm just picking this out. All right, so looks like this option right here, right, the Apple 101 put currently going for $1.84 at the ask. Okay, so if I click on that, watch what happens. The 101 put option chart price comes up. Here it is right there. What? What? Yeah, that's the chart. That's the chart of the option, of the 101 put option. So I go in and I say, you know what, I think I'd like to go ahead and buy those put options. I'm going to buy those put options, and I can just click on this buy button right here, right, and watch what happens. It gives me the bid-ask spread in these lines right here, and I can just go in and I can click, and my limit order to buy, those options will go in. It confirms it. I want to buy the 101 put out. I don't want to buy one. Are you kidding me? What's the freaking point of that? Let's buy 10 of these. I'm going to buy 10 of them. You know what? I'm going to go a limit price of 181. All right, that's where I'm. Or I could just click on the ask. I'm going to buy it at 182. When I click buy, I even get applause. Okay, they just applauded me for buying that option. I now own that option. Well, if I own the option, I better protect myself, should I not? I need to put in a stop. So I can put in my sell order, and I just move this down. And guys, look what's happening. You can literally see that I'm trading right off of the chart. If I bought that option for $1.82, I'm going to put in a stop 30 cents away at $1.52. Okay. And I've got my order in. No, I want that for 10. Okay. And I said in my order, there's a stop at $1.52 for all 10 contracts. Now, those of you in the morning lab know that when we reach a 100% rate of return on this, we're also going to sell half of the position at that profit. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put this in here, okay? And let's see, 100% profit would be what? It'd be like around $4. Let's just use $4, okay? And I want to sell 5 of them. I'm going to put that in. So now I've got a target up here at $5. Now you can't even see it because $5 ain't even on the thing here, on the chart. So, well, you know, how am I going to deal with that? How do I can actually expand this chart, move it up and down, okay, so that I can see as much of the chart as I need to see as we move forward. So I can go in and I can adjust the chart. I can adjust the chart, let's see, scale here. Here we go. So watch this. Almost there. 250, 280. All right, so we reached our maximum. Okay, so I've got an order up here to sell it up here at 5. I've got an order down here to sell all of it at $1.52. I've got my order in. I bought it at $1.82, right? And you can see that it's literally telling me what my P&L is, my profit loss, on the chart. And guys, when it goes up and it hits this order, let's just use an example. Let's just say that we're going to sell 5 of them at $4 and we're going to sell 3 of them at $2.60. Let's just use that. So let's say we want to put in another sell order. We're going to sell a limit of $2.60 on 3 contracts. Okay. Bam. Okay. Now I've got an order in here that says sell 3 of them at $2.60, sell 10 of them at $1.50 if it goes the wrong way, and then sell 5 others at $4 if it goes that way. And here's the cool part about it. If it hits this order right here, 3 contracts will get sold, and 3 contracts will be automatically taken off my stop. I don't have to manage this stuff anymore. I ain't got to be sitting there all day looking at this. I don't have to put in, okay, I got to buy, okay, I got to type in it. No, none of that. Guys, this is the Ferrari. This is risk management at its best. Okay, so can you go up to the side of the chart on the prices and pull down, or up to resize the chart? You mean like here? Is that what you mean? Can I do that? Is that what you're talking about? Y'all have been playing with this, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Watch, check this out. This is what Robert was asking. Okay, I was adjusting it off of the chart because I was going to, but Robert beat me to it. I was going to show it to you. Okay, look, check that out. How cool is that? Now, what if I go, you know what, I don't want to sell those. That's not part of the strategy. Order canceled. Boom, done. Oh, man, I got an order up here to sell 10. What am I going to do? I just click. I don't want to sell 10 there. I want to sell 5. Gotcha. Now, I mean, I'm not going to say that that's the coolest thing I've ever seen, but it's pretty friggin' close. All right, Bahani says, it looks like good stuff, but I still have to get the boot camp first. Well, you better get it because we had made some announcements about the boot camp at the Trader Super Summit. And now's your last chance to pick up the boot camp. All right, I mean, I'm just going to say it that way. Marty says, our eSignal's charts tick-by-tick update. So y'all are just going to take full advantage, aren't you? All right, so watch this, Marty. Not only are they tick-by-tick, I don't know, let me check to see if Marquet's in here. Because if she's in here, she's going to love this. This is hysterical. Let me pick one that's really active. Apple. All right, you see Apple moving, right? It's moving tick by tick here. Watch this. I can have, if I want to, a 1-second chart, all right? Y'all wait for it because it's going to come up now. Every candlestick is 1 second. Oh, that's not only cool. All right, now it'll make you dizzy. Oh, wait, it gets better, Marty. What if I want not every second? Because there may be a lot of orders that come. Right, so it should be coming up here. Hang on just a minute. You see it here in a minute because there's a lot of, boom. Every single trade that comes in on Apple is there's a tick chart, all right? When those of you, I don't want to change. I don't want to have to learn to drive a Lamborghini. All right, well, go back and drive your 82 Toyota Tercel with a really cool Grateful Dead sticker on the back of it, all right? You do what you want to do. Guys, we're not even scratching the surface, okay? It is, does it let you know if you're going to be short on a call option? So if you're, you know, man, you guys really digging into this, all right? Okay. So let's just say, Marty, let's say that I bought the 101, right? I bought the 101 call option. Now I want to go out and I want to short the I bought the put option. Let's say I want to short a deeper in the money option, or let's go the other way. Let's do it as a debit spread. Let's say I want to short the 99 put. Okay, so I just click on the 99 put, and I can set it up, and I can trade right from the charts. Or if I don't want to trade from the charts, Marty, I can go in and I can just click on either the bid or the ask, and I can trade right off the option chain. So if I'm selling, which would be the bid, right, that's going to bring me up with the bid price. Okay, and let's see here. I have no idea what that. Okay, so let me do it this way. I'll just add it. How does that sound? Okay, so I'm going to go down here and I'm looking for, oh, Trade Manager. There it is. Okay, so if I don't want to trade off the chart, I can go in and I can just click off of the bid for this option right here, the 99 put. Okay, I'm now ready to sell, and let's sell 5 of them. All right, we're going to short those. Okay, it's telling you that you're going to sell. If you look, it says sell. You couldn't buy this thing by accident if you wanted to. You were trying to short the option, right? So it's telling you that you're selling. If you're like, oh, wait a minute, I don't want to sell it, I want to buy it, well, you just switch that over, right? But you're wanting to sell it, you're going to be short. Now watch. It tells you you are now, I love the applause. I don't know about you guys, but I love the applause. It tells you on the chart, even though you didn't enter the trade on the chart, it tells you on the chart that you are short 5 contracts of the 99 put option right here. Right? So now you know you're short 5 and you're long 10. So you have an unbalanced debit spread called a ratio spread. In this case, in fact, this one would be a ratio back spread. So how do you follow it? Guys, I got a tab right there, set up for your account, right? And it's got your P&L, so don't be freaking out. You got the information right there just like you did before. What if I want to know which trades I've had? There's your execution so far today. What if I want to know what orders I put in? There's your orders for today. What if I want to know, any information about my accounts? Oh, well, look, there's how much money I got in my accounts. Okay, so yes, I did set up an account with a lot of money. We'll just put it that way. All right. I mean, they're paper trades. Don't be freaking out. All right. So that, guys, again, we're getting this thing set up to where, we got it just for you guys. We got it set up for, when the students come into their first step event. We got some templates set up specifically for that. We've got a sector tracker so that you can see which sectors are, all red. Financials today are getting beat up. So if you want to trade something, you're looking for something bearish in a bearish market, there's Goldman Sachs right there, right? So here's a little information on Goldman Sachs. If you go, I wonder what Goldman Sachs looks like on its 5-minute, 15-minute, you just come in here, you type in Goldman Sachs, you hit it once, all the charts change. If you go, man, looks like they're breaking down to their 10 moving average, and on the 15-minute chart, they've retraced to their moving averages. If they break down, I'd like to buy some put options, or maybe you think they're going to bounce. I mean, the 10 moving average is held. If you think the stock's going to bounce, you could go over and you could start to build out your options to trade that stock. Well, how would you do that, right? Well, crap, Goldman Sachs not in my watch list. Not a problem. Watch this. Boom, there it is. And when I type it in, everything else changes here, so I can see what Goldman Sachs is doing. I can see what their options are. I can buy it at the ask, I can sell it at the bid, or I can do it right off of the chart. So if I think, you know what, they're going to go higher, I'm going to buy me a call option. Well, I want a call option that has a fairly high delta. There's a 77 delta right there going for 293 by 350. If I click on the ticker symbol, the chart pulls up. I say that, you know what, I think I might want to buy this option. I'd like to go ahead and buy this option for the asking price, okay? I'm just going to buy it right at the ask. Buy one. Done. Okay, how long did that take me? I did all my research, check it, bam, done. There's no more putting around in your 82 Toyota Tercel, even though I had a really cool sticker of the Grateful Dead on the back window. Now, let me see if I can find your questions. I lost that part. Okay, there's that. Oh, there they are. Whew, you guys got a lot of questions. Y'all are killing me here. Can you scan for unusual options activity? No, I intentionally took that out so that you would have to buy my Option Scout. Tom wants to know if it's a real-time access platform like real-time markets. Not only that, Tom, the data that's coming across here, we've timed it, we've tested it, and depending on where you are in the country, the data is faster out of real-time markets, and in some cases, depending on where you are in the country, significantly faster coming out to you. Now, the executions happen with your broker. Whatever broker you want to plug in, you're going to have the ability to plug in your broker there. So there's a whole list of brokers that you can work with, right? And so there's even a broker manager that allows you to go in and set yourself up and be able to manage with your broker. What about alerts? Anybody ever use alerts in your trading? I mean, y'all are going to keep me through friggin' lunch. I'm going to make you stay too, okay? Anybody in here use alerts? Phil says my Tercel had a pretty cool cassette tape player. Yeah, but it eat all your good cassettes, right? I mean, I literally almost shot a car because it ate my Led Zeppelin 4. I was mad, all right? Yeah, Robert says sometimes it's not a problem that the data is faster in real-time markets since sometimes it didn't update, right? It's not hard to be faster than nothing. Yes, alerts all the time. Okay, Jordan, Mario says ignore alerts. I like using them for entries, right? Of course I use alerts, Phil says, all right? So watch this. I mean, y'all make me stay through lunch, so I'm going to make you stay. How's that sound? Watch this. This is kind of cool. What if you were going to set alerts? Okay, so let's just say we said, you know, if Apple breaks out above, let's call it 99.90, I'd like to know about it, right? Would that be all right? Okay, one click, I can set alerts. Okay, now that's kind of cool. What if I could set some alerts right off of the chart? Would that be cool? You guys want to do that? Watch, check this out. Okay, what do I want in that? 99.90. Okay, there's the alert. At or above. Okay, so I want that. Rearm it if it changes by 1%, and I want that alert to go away on its own, so I'm not getting freaking bothered by the thing after, let's just say, tomorrow. Right, just to expire. I want it to show pop-up. I want it to play a sound because I might be falling asleep by that time, and I want it to send me an email. All right, now, everybody ready? Everybody good? Okay, now I've got it, and I've literally set that alert right off of the chart. Okay, so I will have an alert that will let know if we get to 99.90. I see what I did there. Throw that back up. I did what Marquet did there. So we'll put that right back down there. So you set alerts right off the chart. Right? I mean, guys, this, like I said, cutting-edge technology. Can it send a text message? Yeah, Marty, it send a email, right? And what you do is when you set up your account, just like you did before, you set it up so that that email goes to your phone number, right, your SMS provider, and you get a text message. Okay? Set email alerts on all your trades. So what do you guys think? What do you guys give me your feedback on it. Understand, again, I took you on a pretty fast ride, but this is just you're going on a ride in the Lamborghini or the Ferrari, right? I didn't have you learning to drive yet because we don't want you freaking out, right? Lots to learn. I love the ride, okay? Can it brew coffee in the morning? Yes. Well, maybe. On some of your computers, it may get them hot enough that they're going to brew coffee on it, okay? Steve says, very cool, I need to play around with it for a bit. Absolutely. Get into the BetterTrades My Account page. Go check out the tutorials. And guys, understand, this is where we're going. This is the direction. Debbie says, are there only certain brokers? Okay, so are there only certain brokers that you can use with the eSignal platform? And the answer is yes, there are only certain brokers, right? Which would be roughly, well, let's just say there's about 20 of them, okay? And so let's do this. Let's just say that 20 would be about 19 more than you had access to before. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Right? You guys know what I'm saying. Right? So let me see if I can find them. So there's a broker manager in here, and there's a number of different brokerage platforms that you can use, and you need to start lining them out there. Obviously, we're going to have all that information in the tutorials on how you pick one and what you do with them and where you find them. Okay, so stick with us. Dan says, I wish BetterTrades had all this in '08. You and me both. Best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Second best time is when? Right now. Guys, this is where we are going. This is beyond anything remotely close to what we had. Okay, now is the best time. Okay, Bahani says, are the commissions cheaper in real-time markets? Yes, but only by a lot with most of the brokers. Okay, so if you guys, I'm telling guys, go check it out. Go to the BetterTrades homepage. Go to the My Account page. Get the information. We have not talked about or discussed, and I don't see any reason to discuss pricing at this point unless you guys are just like, whatever is so cool, take my money, we'll get you taken care of. But we are offering a special this month, so we're going to have a special pricing, and we're having a rollover package for you guys. As I said, we're going to give you guys a prorated entry. So those of you who still have a subscription in real-time markets, we're going to eat that on a prorated basis. BetterTrades will eat that and give you credit. And you're talking about very comparable pricing to what you had before. Okay. Robert says, when will we find out about additional fees? Okay, so Robert, if you are trading with a broker now, whether it's the guys at real-time markets or maybe Interactive Brokers, MB Trading, if you're trading with Options Express, whatever it is, you are paying exchange fees over there, right? So you would be paying exchange fees with any broker that provides you exchange data. The nice thing about this is that you pay your exchange fees basically through BetterTrades and eSignal, and you don't need to pay the exchange fees to your broker. So you're paying them one way or the other, always have been, and the exchange fee rates are set by the exchange themselves. So it's not like we're making anything off of it. It's not like eSignal making it. The exchange is the one that has that. And if you're trading with a broker now, you are paying exchange fees. And if you're, go ahead and tell me, Well, my broker doesn't charge me exchange fees. Really? Why do you think your broker's got freaking $15 option commissions? All right. Yeah, they're charging you exchange fees. So whatever the exchange fees are, and I'm going to get into that in a minute, whatever they are, if you're paying 80 cents or 90 cents or $1.50 per contract instead of $15 on one contract, I don't care what the exchange fees are, you're going to end up saving money. All right? They're not charged separately. No, they're just charged in a higher commission. I mean, if you want, I can do that. I could charge you a higher price for this, and then I'll cover them. Right? How's that sound? Here's what we're looking at with exchange fees. With regards to exchange fees, because and some of you will say, well, you know, I wasn't paying them over at real-time markets. Yes, you were. That was rolled into that price that you were paying. So was it charged separately? No. And if you would like me to charge you extra on this one and then you don't have to cover it, we'll take care of it. I'm sure we can work that out. The one thing that I have decided to do is we're looking at, you know, how do we deal with that issue right now. And so we're looking at a couple different things there. And you guys know BetterTrades has always taken care of you and will continue to take care of you. But again, understand, no matter who you're trading with now, I don't care who it is, you are paying the exchange fee. Right? Are they charged separately? Maybe not. Maybe they're just charged in that you know, $15 commission that you're paying over there. Right? So one way or another, they're getting it from you. Steve says this is where we need to go to have an edge in trading. Good job, Bill and staff. And guys, I want to just tip my hat to Marquez. She was obviously a big part of you know, the decision to move in this direction. She's used these guys for a long time. As a backup to real-time markets. Our Chief Operations Officer, Doug Williamson, did a phenomenal job of working with eSignal, coordinating this, and our Director of New Business Development, Susan White, was instrumental in developing the relationship and setting the deal up. So it's been a long time coming and was something that we definitely needed to do, and we have done it. It's a great move forward, and we're very excited about it, guys. So with that, if you guys don't have any other questions, the one thing I will tell you is this. There's going to be a bunch of free online classes coming up over the next several weeks. They are going to be recorded. You'll be able to learn how to use the platform from the instructors that you know, like, and trust. And once you have decided, you know what, this thing really is awesome. Right? When you're ready, you're just like, just take my money and get me signed up with it. Here's what I'm going to tell you. During those workshops, we will be talking about pricing. We'll be talking about the rollover and everything. I just want to take the opportunity today, and I know I've taken a lot more time than Marquez has, but I want to take the opportunity today to introduce the new platform to you, explain to you why we're so excited about it, show to you the capabilities that it has and the things that it can do that we've never been able to do before, and get you a little bit excited, a little bit of an adrenaline rush by putting you in the front seat of the Ferrari and taking you for a couple laps around the track. Jordan, I am currently working on that right now. Yes. Okay, so DC Jim asking if the brokers accept us as BetterTrades students without hassles for questions and tests and whatnot, and yes, we'll work all that out. If they want to test, you know what I'll do, Jim? I'll take the test first, and then I'll teach the information in the lab. All right, so there you go. All right, Tina says, great, thanks for all your help. I will take a look at my account for more training. Until next time. Is the platform endorsed by the president, Marty says? No, because this platform will actually make you successful. So you can't have that, although I guess that's okay because you could be paying more taxes unless at the Trader Super Summit you signed up for the new tax package, which I'm just going to say y'all should have been there. Yeah, Jordan, I would too, and I'm doing the same thing. So there you go. Julie says, are we safe choosing any of the brokers offered that we want to choose? Yeah, Julie, you're fine. Right? I mean, they've been selected. Now we're going to go through and talk about some of them, what their commission structure and whatnot might be. So we'll talk about that. We'll get you there, get you where you want to be. Okay. Kathy says, do you know how many classes you'll have each week with training? A lot. I don't want to overwhelm you guys. I'm probably saying maybe 2 or 3 a week. Okay. Now we're going to record them so you guys can see them, right? Yeah, those are the exchange fees, Mike. Those are the ones that we were discussing earlier, right? The exchange fees. Okay. When do we start? So, Jim, if you're interested in the platform, just give us a call. We'll get you taken care of. If you're interested in the classes, those classes will start tomorrow. Okay. You can do that, Julie. Absolutely, absolutely. And as you know, because you were at the TSS, we're going to give you an opportunity to hold on to your old platform and use it for 30 days after you've signed up with the new platform. So you've got some time. I'm not going to kick you out, right? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the presentation. And let's see. Okay, so Jim, if I need to step in there and take care of whatever I need to take care of, I will. I'll get with them and make sure that they let me know. So if we need to do it, you know, I'm gonna take care of you, brother. We got you taking care of you. And Jim's ready to do it right now. I mean, he's like, well, let's go, let's do this deal. So obviously, you know, we're gonna do that and help you out with getting started on everything. Okay, so that's that. All right, let's see, and that's fine. You know, or if the pricing issue, whatever, we'll take care of it. Okay, all right. Well, now's the time, Bahani. Bahani says I want to get serious. Steve says thanks, Bill Marquet and the admin and support team. And ladies and gentlemen, again, want to wish you guys all the success in the world. Godspeed, God bless. We'll talk to you guys at the next live event.